Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I've made it out on a fantastic afternoon over to Loins Creek here near Wallasea Island to capture some high tide images of all of the objects around here. So let's see what I come up with. For the first composition, I made it out on this little spit of land here that's obviously not getting covered by the water at high tide, which was about 20 odd minutes ago, I think, yeah. And working out really quite nice. I think there's a lot of a old jetty that was here at some time that's obviously been broken up and yeah, obviously scatters the landscape around here, but as you can just tell as the car went by, it is literally on the roadside. So yeah, just obviously parking up in one of the lay-bys, walking a little distance along the road. Yeah, wow, it's a location I wanted to capture because of obviously all of this jetty and stuff that's around this area, and at high tide obviously with all of these little channels where the water comes in, it's working out really quite nice, and the swirl of the water as it's obviously on the turn and going back out again is working out really quite interesting, I think. So hopefully it'll work out to be a really interesting shoot. But this one here that I took was a f11 ISO 50, bracketed the image as well, and yeah, obviously post that one up now. Making sure that I'm holding on to the tripod for this one as the camera's really perched on the edge of this little creek here. Working out really interesting. As you can see, I've got the camera in vertical orientation and the lovely swirl of this brown, dirty water, which, as I say, I really don't want the camera to fall into. But for an image, it's working out really quite nice. As this tide is, as I said earlier, is going out now, the streaks are obviously leading your eye round to one part of this old jetty, I think, as I said, that's here. If you do, by the way, know what it actually was or is, please let us know in the comments below. As I say, I think it was a jetty, but I may well be completely wrong. But anyway, for a composition, working out really quite nice. As I say, camera in vertical orientation, f11, ISO 50, shutter speed, bracketing, well, shutter speed is what it is, bracketing 2 stops either side, focusing on the spit of land as well, so that's about a third of the way into the actual image. Yeah, really interesting, working out well. No visit to Loins Creek would be complete for me unless I was taking an image of the boathouse here. Yeah, again, high tide, working out really quite nice. Obviously with this little bit of a vantage point from this this path along the bank here, working out really quite nice, getting obviously the reflections of the boathouse itself, and then obviously the river sort of snaking away as well, working out to be a really pleasing composition. I've taken the image very similar, just different focal lengths. One as wide as possible on this lens, a 24 to 105 lens, so one at 24mm, the other one not too sure exactly what, but I'll obviously post the details in that description below of their focal length for that one. And yeah, working out really quite nice. But yeah, this is a footpath, dog walkers use it, and yeah, they don't clear up after themselves, so yes, hey ho, just got to be careful where you step, don't you? But yeah, even though it is the countryside, that's still not really acceptable, to be fair. I never did it when I had my dogs, but hey ho, anyway. But image wise, working out really quite nice. As I mentioned earlier, obviously the two different images, different focal lengths, but bracketing the images as well, just so I've got obviously all of this detail. The boathouse itself is illuminated, which is great. You've got really dark foreboding sky behind, so working out really interesting for this composition, I think. So with that last image of the boathouse there, I think that's going to be my final one for this shoot. And it's worked out to be a really interesting location to come back to visit. With the weather conditions, with it being bright and obviously cloudy as well, so there's a lot of detail in the sky, as you can particularly see above me. There may well be a rain shower on the way. But yeah, it's really interesting. High tide, I've never been here for high tide, so when I was within the area, I thought, yeah, definitely I've got to make the most of coming to this location. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment, as I really do enjoy those comments. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already, and until next time when I'm back out again with my camera, take care. I must remember whenever I do my walk-offs at the end that I actually walk the direction towards the car, because it's that way, not that way. Cheers for watching, take care.